Hello everyone. My name is Steve today, and I'm a political scientist and a public affairs communicator. And today I want to talk about something. It's about legitimacy, the prerequisites to public policies and management. And legitimacy is a very very strong word, but the easiest way to put legitimacy into context is in a relationship. If you're trying to woo a girl to fall in love with you, um it is harder to it is harder when you actually pressure or force a girl to fall in love with you. It would be harder to manage that girl, but it would be a whole lot easier if a girl falls in love with you willingly. That way it would be more easier to manage the girl. You would be able to have her do anything that you want her to do. You would be able to she would be able to follow you anywhere in the world. As long as you say let's go, she would go. Now when it comes to public policies, election is one part of gaining legitimacy, and you want to look at the last election in Nigeria, you would realize that most people strongly think that this government lacks legitimacy. And because of that, whatever is it that this government does, regardless of how good it is, people still find fault in it. And by the virtue of finding fault in everything that you do, people do not obey it. People do not even accept it. Your policies are flawed because they are based on illegitimacy. And I want to say this out there. You see, the concept of building a nation is not one man's job. No president can boast of taking a nation from third world to first world economy without having the support of the people, especially in a democratic society. And that is exactly why it is very, very important, very necessary that before thinking of development in any nation, we must first of all think of legitimacy. We must legitimize the government because the free will of the people to follow you to deserts, to follow you through thick and storm, to follow you through the process of hardship of removing subsidy must be hinged on legitimacy. And as such, if a government is trying to remove subsidy and infuse hardship on the people without first of all gaining their legitimate trust, that government would fail. It is as easy as it is. And in communicating this thing to the people, it is very, very easy. If you do not communicate your ideas to a people in a literally sane and easy manner, in the easiest way possible, if you don't communicate your ideas to the people before actually taking on those ideas, taking on those policies, it would also fail. A perfect example would be the policy that that was just implemented to give scholarship, or not scholarship, to give student loans to students in Nigeria. Look, you have to dialogue with the people. You have to explain to them. You have to ask them, how possible would this be for you? How possible is it going to be for you to get this done? You don't just make policies out of thin air and put it on the people. See, policies are not infused on the people because they would be the ones to implement that policy willingly. Willingly. You cannot enforce it on them and such. I don't even think for a second that these policies that this president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is bringing into the surface, bringing into the policy would work. Why? Because, first of all, it lacks legitimacy and it lacks a huge number of communication issues. You need to be able to communicate your ideas to a people. Before even bringing those ideas out, you need to dialogue. There has to be a citizens' assembly sitting down to tell you what would work and what would not, what they like and what they don't like. And I keep saying it, the reason why Nigeria has gone down, the reason why Nigeria has remained underdeveloped and continue to deteriorate is because we make decisions without consulting data. Data is exactly the future of the world. We must consult data. You must know your audience. Who are the people that are trying to get this loan that would benefit from this loan? What do they think? What are their capacity to carry on this loan? How would they be able to assess it? Would they like it? What is it that we want to do? How do we send this information to them? A lot is at stake. You don't just dump policies on people and expect that they would work. It is a sane economy if you don't consult data before making statements. Statements, we're not talking about decisions. Making statements such as subsidy is gone. If you don't consult data, you would lose the audience that you are seeking to get. My name is Steve today, and I'll see you in my next post. Bye.